If you're looking for a serious upgrade for your 2022 and newer Tundra's brakes, then the PowerStop Z36 truck and tow kit is for you. Featuring PowerStop's excellent proprietary compound pads with drilled and slotted rotors, this kit gives you everything you need to stop on a dime every time. What we've got here is a full front and rear brake rotor and pad kit. It's going to give you everything you need for a bolt-on upgrade for your Tundra stopping power. Now, one of the biggest differences versus your stock brakes here are going to be these drilled and slotted rotors. Now, especially if you're towing or hauling with your truck, these will bring a welcome upgrade to the standard solid rotors. The holes and slots that are drilled into the face here help channel heat away from the face of the rotor and from the pads. Keeping brakes from overheating is the key to having them perform properly. The slots direct heat and debris out, and the drilled holes give that heat another means of escape because it channels them through the central vanes right here. So despite these being the exact same size as your factory rotors, these are going to perform much better. Now that is of course going to be helped by these Z36 pads. Now these are a big step up in performance from your originals, and they're designed without compromise specifically for heavy duty usage such as hauling and towing. Now PowerStop utilizes their proprietary carbon fiber ceramic compound with these pads. That's going to give them a really strong initial bite with minimal fade for improved stopping power, and again, much better heat resistance versus stock. The pads are also thermal scorched during their manufacturing process to help with faster break-in, and you've got central slots and stainless steel shims on the back to help keep noise at bay. So these bite hard and fast, plus they'll stand up to multiple full bore stops in a row without fail. Now PowerStop also claims that these produce virtually no dust. Now of course, no brake pad is entirely dust-free, but this formula does produce very little, and that's going to help keep your wheels clean. And they're also not going to make a ton of noise. So like I said, there's virtually no compromise. And for what it's worth, I always throw this in here. I have run a set of these Z36 brakes just like this set we have here on my own truck for several years now. And even loaded up with a heavy car trailer, the PowerStops have been everything they claim and more. Enough so that I've even put PowerStops on my other vehicles too, because I was so impressed by the Z36s. Now they're not paying me to say that, that is just my genuine experience. And I've yet to be anything but seriously happy with the performance of these. The rotors here are made from cast iron, similar again to your stock rotors, but they are made using something called G3000 metallurgy. So what that means is that it's got a higher percentage of carbon in the metal itself. Now like the vanes and the drilled holes in the faces that we were talking about earlier, that composition is extremely helpful in dissipating heat. The rotors also have this nice silver zinc plating over top, which is going to help prevent rust and corrosion. So they're going to look good and perform well for a long time. The pads again are going to utilize that proprietary carbon fiber ceramic compound designed for excellent heat dissipation, consistent performance, and feel with low dust. PowerStop also includes new premium stainless steel hardware and lubricant in the kit, so this is pretty much everything you need for a bolt-on brake overhaul, and it's really high quality stuff too. Now at this point in the video, you might be wondering, well, what's the catch? And about the only compromise, in fact, is going to be the price. Coming in at around $475 for this kit, it's not exactly a drop in the bucket. However, it is the most affordable way to get a set of upgraded drilled and slotted brakes for your truck. Now, as I always say, good brakes rarely come cheap, and this is not a place you want to skimp if your truck sees a lot of heavy-duty usage. So if you're towing or you're hauling, this is what you want to do. And considering that this is a serious performance improvement that includes not only the drilled and slotted rotors, but also upgraded pads, it is worth it. It's about as close as you get to a full-on big brake upgrade kit without that big brake price tag or the hassle of swapping out calipers and lines. And in my book, it's always worth spending extra on good brakes, especially if you use your truck a lot. So if you can find the room in the budget, I highly recommend picking up this kit. Installation gets a 2 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and the job should take you around 2 hours to complete. This is a job you can accomplish at home with some time and patience, and everything is designed to bolt right onto your truck without the need for other modifications. So even if you've never done brakes before, it might sound a little intimidating, but trust me, it's not a difficult job, just one that's going to take you some time. And fear not, we're going to walk you through the entire process step by step right now, so for that, let's head on out to the shop.
For this install, you're going to need a ratchet, an impact, an M5 Allen key, a 12, a 14, and a 19mm socket, a 17mm wrench, socket extension, flathead screwdriver, front brake caliper compressor, rear brake caliper compressor, and brake grease.
Today we're going to be installing pads and rotors on our Tundra. Let's get into it. First, we're going to remove the brake pads. To do that, we're going to pull back on this pin, pull it out, and pull out these guide pins. Then we're going to take a flathead screwdriver to pull out the pads. Then we're going to take a 12mm socket and a wrench and remove this bolt right here. Then with the same socket and ratchet, you're going to remove this bolt right here. Then we're going to take a 19mm socket and a wrench and remove this bottom bracket bolt and the top bracket bolt right here. Be careful when you loosen this top bolt. You're going to want to support the caliper, otherwise it's going to fall off. Now that we have it off, we're going to take our hanger and hang the caliper. Now it's time to take off the rotor. Now it's time to put on the rotor. Now when you go to put on your front rotors and even your rear rotors, you're going to want to check to see what rotor it is. So this one is for the driver's side front. We're doing the driver's side front. Reason being, these slots are directional. You want to make sure that they go in the same direction on each side. It's purely aesthetic. I personally would make sure that you put the right rotor on the right side, just so it looks good. Now it's time to put the caliper back on. We're going to be using a 19mm socket and a wrench. Now we're going to put in our brake pads, and before we slide these in, we're going to want to make sure they're nice and lubed up on the back side. Reason being, you don't want anything to bind up in there when you slip these in. So just going to put some nice coats on the back of our brake pad, and we can go ahead and slide them in. Now that we have them in, we're just going to align them up with the holes so we can put our pins in. Now when we slide the pins in, you want to make sure that the mushroom top is facing this way and the pointy end is going that way. Now that we've done that, we're going to install our new hardware for this small skinny one. Just want to put it in just like this. Sorry if this is going to be hard to see, but essentially you're putting this on the same way you took it off. Just like that. And we're going to take this piece of hardware, hook it up down here, and hook it on up there, just like that. Now you can repeat the whole process on the other side. Now it's time to take off the rear caliper. So to do that, we're going to be using a 17mm wrench, a 14mm socket, and a ratchet. Next, we're going to remove the caliper bracket bolts. To do that, we're going to be using a 19mm socket, a socket extension, and an impact. Before we get the caliper off, we have to remove the rear parking brake motor. So, before we do that, we're just going to screw one of our caliper bolts into the bottom, like that. So our bracket is being held, so when we remove this, it doesn't fall out. We're going to use a M5 Allen socket to remove this bolt and this one back here. And then once we get this popped off, we're going to use a T50 Torx bit to insert in here to back the piston off just a little bit. And for both things, you're going to need an impact and an extension. And then there's a bolt directly on this side right here. Once you have those two bolts loosened, you can just pull this out. Then remove the caliper, place that aside, then loosen the lower bolt for the caliper bracket, and set it aside. Now it's time to remove the rotor. Pull it off and set it aside. Next, we can install the new rotor. Now we're going to reattach our parking brake motor. So to do this, we're going to disconnect our parking brake motor from the factory harness. Just going to want to push in on the clip, pull out like that. Then we're going to take our caliper and our motor and slide it back on, just like that. We're gonna get our Allen bolts, screw them in. We're gonna tighten them down with a M5 Allen socket, a socket extension, and an impact. Now be careful when you're tightening this down. You don't want to tighten it down too much and break that plastic bracket. Now we're going to compress the rear caliper. So you're going to need a special tool to do this. It's going to be able to twist and press at the same time. So we're going to insert it right in here, and we're going to tighten it down, and it's going to compress the caliper. Just like that. Okay. After that, we're going to put the caliper bracket back on. So we're going to remove the old pads, set these aside, and then reinstall our caliper bracket. To do this, we're going to be using a 19mm socket, a socket extension, and an impact. Then we're going to get a flathead screwdriver and pop off our old hardware. With the old hardware off, we can go ahead and pop in our new hardware. Now it's time to put on our pads and start greasing the mating surfaces. So right before we put the pads on, we're gonna get some lube and put a little bit on these brackets right here. Then we're gonna put our pads on. Just like that. After that, we're going to reinstall our caliper. And to do so, we're going to take a 14mm socket, an impact, and a 17mm wrench. After you tighten those down, you're good to reconnect your parking brake motor wire. Then we're going to install these two bolts right here. We're going to use a 12mm socket and a impact. After you've completed the installation, you can do the same process on the other side.
That's going to wrap it up here for our review and install of the PowerStop Z36 Extreme Truck and Tow 6-lug front brake rotor and pad kit fitting 2022 and newer Tundras. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, for everything Tundra, just be sure to keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.